A very pleasant good afternoon and welcome to Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. I'm Andrew Bleckman, riding solo here today. I welcome you to this Thursday afternoon performance. We will have 9 games for you beginning at 4 p.m. In addition to fast and fun Jai-Alai action, each of today's games offer Win, Play, Show, Quinella, Exacta, and Trifecta wagering. If these terms are new to you, of course, we'll explain them throughout the performance. Now we have a couple specialty wagering options. We have a pick 3 that begins before the start of game number 4. To pick 3, correctly pick the winners of games 4 through 6 for your chance at a nice bonus payout. All part of that pick 3. Got to get those in before game 4. We have that high-paying high 5 jackpot, which begins in game 3 with its $2,000 guarantee there. The ever-generous high 5. That's a pick 5. As we said, it's been hitting at about 25%. If you're new to the program here, for a pick 5, you know that is unworldly numbers we're throwing out there. So good odds to play that pick 5. It was not hit in the matinee performance here just a few hours ago. It was not hit, so we have about just under 700 in that carryover. And if we had the same amount bet right around that 1,600 to 2,000 range, we should be over that $2,000 guarantee. But if not, and you get all 5 right, and you're the only person to hit all 5 winners of games 3 through 7, you will take home that full $2,000 guarantee regardless. And of course, we have that Mighty Ocho jackpot, which also begins before the start of game number 1. We see someone testing out the waters there. $2 there in that Ocho pool. It's a carryover of just under 1,700. It's guaranteed at 2,000. And Scott hinted at it should be forcing out at the end of the meet come the end of the month here. So in a week and a half, should see some nice payouts with that Ocho, as it will be forced out here soon. But if you'd like to play that, you got a couple more minutes to get those last-second wagers in. Online wagering, of course, is available at watchandwager.com, or if you're in Connecticut, mywinners.com. But placing bets is not necessary to enjoy all that we have in store for you today. We do not have any scratches, didn't have any in the matinee, none in this afternoon performance, second matinee, whatever you want to call it. We are scratch-free. And of course, we recognize that many of you are sheltering in place or safer at home or just trying to get by as best you can as we all confront this new normal. Wherever you may be, we hope that you are safe, healthy, and we're just glad to be able to bring you Jai-Alai as sports entertainment this afternoon. And we now welcome you to sit back, because at 4 p.m. it is time to play Jai-Alai. And we'll get right into the video portion of this performance. There you see the entries for game number 1 up on your screen. Game number 1 will be starting in 4 minutes. But the first 8 games of this 9-game performance features spectacular 7 scoring, and this is a video that will explain that for you right here. Take a look.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
2 minutes away now to the start of game number 1. And if you joined us for that matinee performance here, we had a pretty split win column. Douglas, no wins for him in that first performance. Very rare. Ron picked up 3-bagger. And then Legend with 1, Wano with 1, Anderluck with 1, Jedden with 1, and then Fred there taking the win in game 4, his 6th win of the season. So a lot of guys still looking for win number 1 on the week. And if you were playing along with Fantasy Jai-Alai, fantasyjai-alai.com, we're underway for this week. 1 performance down. Those scores have been updated. Quick note there, if you had the doubles team of Andrew Luck and El Barba. Some reason those points aren't adding properly. They just won't stay in there. We tried to give you your 3 points for place, so we are aware that you are shorted 3 points. We will fix that after this performance, and we will get those updated before the start of the next one. But just so you are all aware, if you had that team, you're wondering why you don't have your points for that place finish in that doubles game earlier, you are right. You'll be getting those. It's just a technical issue going on with the fantasy site here. We're happy to announce, though, with that, we have 168 players. We had 138 last week. We grew by 30 people. So we said once we hit 150, Magic City has graciously said they would up that cash prize per week to $150. So $150 will be going to the fantasy winner this week, in addition to that Magic City Jai-Alai t-shirt. And now we're well on the way to that 200-person quest. And then Magic City said they'll up it again to $200 when we get there. So thank you to all that participated. Those scores have been updated. And let's get into the action for this second matinee performance. Game number 1. We are ready here to begin game number 1. Game 1 will be a spectacular 7 singles match. We'll be playing it up to 7 points. All points will double after all those matchups in the first round of play. To begin, serving in the red of post 1, here's Lamonte, and receiving in the blue of post 2, Ben. And we're just waiting for the official here. Frank's in place. You'll hear the whistle here any moment. There it is, and we are ready to begin game number 1, second matinee performance. Ben on the left side. Nice reverse. Robote comes out. Lamonti plays a soft bouncer there along the sidewall. Ben runs up, 7-line, hard reverse. That one tip, point 2. Two first up on the board here in game number 1. That'll bring to the court. White shirt to post 3, Tennessee. Ben, Robote just above the pad. Tennessee charging in, not going to get there. Scores on the second bounce, point 2. In now, green shirt to post 4, Fred. Fred winds up a 2-wall, Ben on the outside. Hard forehand. 3-wall play. Fred sticks with it, makes the Robote save. That one just above the pad. Ben, soft play. Not soft enough. Fred gets there. And that one's going to score. Point 4. Fred now on the board, 1 point in receive. Black shirt to post 5, Juice. Juice, 9-line. He's got it on the forehand. Goes high off the front wall. It's cut off by Fred at the 9. Juice got that one low. Keeps it inside. Fred on the left side now. His reverse. Not going to pass. Juice cutting it off at the 10-line. Trading reverses. Now Fred on the forehand. He's got it above the pad. This Juice, sidearm forehand. Stays in the middle of the court. Here's Fred. Goes for the 2-wall. That one not cutting out. Fred reaching up. That one tip, point 5. And receive yellow shirt to post 6, Diaz. Juice tried to cut it off. Missed it there, point 6. In receive, pink shirt to post 7. Here's Jedden. Diaz. Robote to the inside. Nicely done. There's Jedden running under at 9 line. Reaching back. That one tip. 0.7. And in now rounding out the first round of play, we have the purple shirt of post 8, Legend. Jedden. Robote escapes. 0.8. And that will do it there for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points to the end of the game. Returning post 1, here's Lamonte. Serve tip by Lamonte, 0.8. Legend now 3 points. Returning, white shirt to post 3, here's Tennessee. Tennessee. That's a great pickup there on the left side by Legend. Tennessee's got it on the forehand. He's at the 9 line. Sidearm forehand. Low back inside. Legend's got it. His 2-wall stays inside, right along the side wall. Tennessee stops. Robote played at the 8 line. Here's Legend. Just does get assessed on it. Comes up to the 6 line. Tennessee. The soft forehand. Legend, good pickup. Hard back inside. There's Tennessee. Left side, he's got it. Plays this one to pass. Doesn't overthrow it. Legend's going back. He's got it at the 10 line. Turns out Robote, middle of the court. Here's Tennessee now. Hard forehand back inside. And that one scores. 0.3. Three now, 2 points. Returning, here's post 2, Ben. Robote forehand by Ben. Sends Tennessee up to the 6 line. Hard forehand to the corner of the front wall. Ben's got it, middle of the court. Back to the inside, comes out to the middle. There's Tennessee on the left side. Plays it back inside. Ben lays it up. Tennessee on a hop, brings it in. Looking for a big bounce there. Backing up is Ben. Stops it beyond the 13. Comes over the top. His forehand. Brought in by Tennessee. Goes outside. That one above the pad. Ben back inside now. That one bounced twice. 2 bounces before Tennessee can make the play there. 0.2. Ben now 4 points. Returning. Here's post 4, Fred. Point 2. Possible game point now for Ben. Blue shirt to post 2, and to stop him, here's Juice, post 5. Great pickup by Ben on the left side. Played to the corner of the front wall. Here's Juice reaching over, makes a nice catch. Forehand. Caught by Ben. He's got it at the 10 line. Hard reverse. This one coming way out. Juice on the move. Hangs with it. Gets it up. That's a 2-wall. Ben, 5 line. Hard forehand. Cut off by Juice and a great catch. Plays it deep. Ben goes back. Just does get it up off the front wall to score for the win. That is point and game. Blue shirt opposed to Ben. No playoff here in this first game. 8 places, 3 shows. Unofficial order of finish for game 1, 2, 8, 3. 2, 8, and 3. Get those official results here coming up in just a few moments. And the results there of Game 1 are now official. Post 2, Ben with the win. Post 8, that's Legend taking second. Post 3, Tennessee comes in third, 2-8-3. The official order of finish, the $2 quinella there. That is 2-8 or 8-2. Could have had either number on top so long as the other was second. Top 2 finishers in any order on $2 pays back $18.60. The $2 trifecta there, 2-8-3. The trifecta there, top 3 finishers in the exact order. Got to get the exact order, 2-8-3. Returns 156 even. And folks, coming up next, we've got game number 2. Game 2 here will be another spectacular 7 singles match. Playing it up to 7 points. All points will double after all those matchups in the first round of play. Standard wagering available there in game 2. Win, play, show, quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagers are all available. And post time is just 6 minutes away.
What I'm hoping to accomplish in the 2020 season is to come in top 3 again, both in singles and in doubles. My game plan going into 2020 season is be as meticulous as possible. I have to find a way to find little subtle things about each and every person on the roster that I can exploit to my advantage. And I can say that because they have to do the same thing. I feel like I got the ability to do it. I've definitely put in the work. Unfortunately, that doesn't always mean success, but that's what I'm going to strive for. So that is the goal, and I think that's everybody's goal because everybody wants to, get in the bonus money. And it is kind of like something to hang your hat on, to be able to say that, hey, I was able to be, a top 3 in singles or a top 3 in doubles. So that's definitely something that I strive for.
And that was Ben there picking up the win, the first game of this afternoon performance here. And on the season for Ben, he's one of those guys that's in that top from about 4 to 9 that's jam-packed there. Ben in 7th place overall. That was his 40th win of the season, so he's now tied with Carballo. They are in 6th place overall, so he has 9 games outside of that third and final bonus money slot now, currently held on to by Bueno, who you'll be seeing here coming up in game number 2. And now with 4 minutes to that second game, and for those new fans who may be joining us here for the first time, here's a video that will explain, in simpler terms, how the sport of highlight here is played. Have a look.
The main rule of highlight is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in highlight. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a highlight player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And now, just about 2 minutes away, you'll see that clock change here any second. 2 minutes from that second game. Got that high-paying high-five jackpot here coming up before the start of game number 3. You have a couple more minutes to get those wagers in. Was not hit in that matinee performance there. There were only a couple 4 out of 5 consolations as well there, mostly 3 out of 5. So tough day for the public on there. Usually have the number there with the high 5, but not today. See if they can get back here in this afternoon performance. As we said, that starts before the start of Game 3. Pick the winners of Games 3 through 7. If you get all those winners correct, all 5, and you are the only ticket with those numbers, you get at least $2,000. That's guaranteed every high five, every performance. But we could be over that $2,000 minimum. As we said, about just under $700 in that carryover going into it. So it's usually about the same amount bet into it. If we have over $1,600, $1,700, should be over that $2,000 minimum. And you'll see a couple of guys that are typically in those feature games as well, getting some earlier run. You see Ben there picking up a win in Game 1. You got Bueno playing out of post 3 here in Game 2. We talked about Bueno currently holding on to that third and final bonus money slot in those standings there with his 49 wins. Ran out a perfect game in Game 2 and in the matinee. And every opportunity he can to get some of these, easier matchups on paper in these earlier games, got to take advantage of them. Douglas and Ron are winning at a ridiculous clip. It's going to be tough for anybody to catch those two guys, but Bueno getting these earlier games with his 3-game lead over Tennessee at the moment. Those are going to be big come the end of November when we officially crown the top 3 place finishers in those single standings. As the clock hits 0 minutes, we are ready to begin game number 2.
Yeah, I wish. I would take Thurs up every time. Pull Willie Beeman. Yeah, I wish. You remember that? You remember that movie? Yeah, of course.
We are now ready to begin Game 2. Game 2, another spectacular 7 singles match here. Playing it up to 7 all points. We'll double after all the matchups in the first round. Here's Juice, post 1, serving Jedden, post 2. Juice's serve begins game number 2 there. Jed, nice reverse. Rebote miss, point 2. And receive now, white shirt to post 3, Bueno. Jedden lost it a little bit. Would have been a juggle. Point 3. In receive now, green shirt to post 4. There's Tennessee. Bueno, 2-all, comes to the middle of the court. Tennessee's got it low. Fires a forehand back deep. Catches 3 walls. Bueno. Rebote up into the overhead screen. That is out of play. Point 4. In receive, black shirt to post 5. Here's Lamonte. In and out of the cested it goes. Point 4. Here comes the yellow shirt to post 6. Diaz. Diaz on the left side. Caught by Tennessee, middle of the court. His forehand. Backing up Diaz at the 11 line. Sidearm. Tennessee thought about taking it out in the air. Waits for the rebote. Plays it back inside. There's Diaz. Forehand now. Karam. Tennessee runs under it. 3-wall play. There's Diaz setting up on the outside in perfect position. Gets that rebote up off the front wall. Going back Tennessee. One narrowly above the overhead screen. Diaz brings it down. 8 line. Sidearm forehand again. That one cut off Tennessee. 9 line. Reverse to pass. Diaz, middle of the court, gives him the 2-wall, going to the ground. Doesn't cut out, but does score. Point 6. Diaz now on the board, 1 point. Here's the pink shirt of post 7, Fred. Diaz up at the 9 line. Reverse tight along that sidewall. Good catch by Fred. Robote left side. Turn to the middle of the court. Here's Fred running up under it. 8 line. Diaz on the forehand now. Sidearm. Played outside. Forehand by Fred will score. 0.7. In out receive, rounding out the first round of play. Here's the purple shirt of post 8, Legend. Fred charging. That reverse gets away from him into the overhead screen, 0.8. And that will do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. Returning, here's post 1, Juice. Legends forehand. Juice takes it in the air at the 9 line. Back inside. Robote. Juice on the left side. Back to the middle of the court here. Legend, his forehand. Gets past Juice first time around. Is going to bounce twice to score. 0.8. Returning, blue shirt to post 2. Here's Jedden. Point 2. Jed now 3 points. Returning, here's post 3, Bueno. Bueno, nice reverse, delivered at the 10 line. Jedden sidearm forehand cut off. Bueno's up at the 8. Robote out, left side. Takes Bueno outside. Bueno now middle of the court. Comes over the top, his forehand. Passes Jedden, waits for the Robote. Turned narrowly above the pad. Well done. Bueno just does hold on. Forehand Robote there, hooked. 0.3. Bueno now 3 points serving Glamonte, post 5. Bueno on the right side. Gets by Glamonte, that scores 0.3. Now possible game point for Bueno. He has 5. And to stop him, Tennessee. Green shirt to post 4. That's an underserve. That one came up short of the 4 line. Got to get those serves between the 4 and 7. This point goes to the 4. Tennessee now 4 points. Here's post 6, Diaz returning. Three-wall play. There's Diaz setting up on the outside. This one's going to stay outside. Ooh, just before that cage, Tennessee making a nice catch. Karam not cutting out. There's Diaz, gets the 2-wall. That's going to cut out. Tennessee's got the speed, gets under it. Diaz picks it up just before it hits the ground there. But that forehand sent into the overhead screen, out of play, 0.4. It's a possible game point now for Tennessee. And to stop him, here's Fred, post 7. Fred, nice reverse at the 9 line. Robote out. Robote passed Fred there. Nicely done by Tennessee. He's got it on the outside now. Fred picks it up off a quick bounce. Throws it outside. Tennessee brings it in. High and hard off the front wall. 3-wall play again. There's Fred sticking with it. At 2-wall. Tennessee outside. Comes back middle of the court. Here's Fred now. Tennessee leaping, crashing into the wall. Tries to hold on, just gets it off. But into the top of the pad, and he knows that pad is not good, Tennessee. Pad is bad. This game will continue. 0.7. 7 out, 3 points. Returning, here's post 1, Juice. Juice off forehand inside. Scores. 0.1. Returning, here's post 8, Legend. Juice at the 11 line, forehand. Delivers a carom, that one not cutting out. Legend high off the front wall. There's Juice cutting it off, left side. Legend setting up, that's a 2-wall. It's going to hit. Juice just does get it before the netting, but Sesta got caught up in there on the throw. 0.8. This gives Legend now a possible game point. Purple shirt to post 8. In to stop him. Returning, we have Jed in post 2. Legend there. Nice catch on the left side. 8 line. Robote's coming out. Jed turns it hard back inside. Legend, good pickup. 10 line. That one in and out of the cesta goes. That is point and game. Purple shirt of post 8, Legend. No playoff here. 4 places in 3 shows. Unofficial order finish for our second game. 8-4-3. 8-4 and 3. Get those official results coming up in just a moment. And results of Game 2 are now official there. Post 8, Legend with the win. Post 4, that's Tennessee taking second. And post 3, Bueno coming in third, 8-4-3. It's now official for in that second game as the prices are on your screen now. The $2 Quinella there, 4-8, 8-4. Off of $2 there returns $27.60. Nice payouts, those exactas all day. Over $100 consistently. That's nice to see. 8-4. Got to get the exact order to finish on the exacta. 8 on top with the 4 is the second number. Off of $2, you get $116.20 back. Nicely done. The $2 try there, 8-4-3, 3-11 even. And consolation in the win. Nobody had the 8 to win. No one had Legend to win there, so you got to go down to Tennessee. Make sure if you had the 4 to win, don't throw out those win tickets. We'll get back a little consolation there in the win pool. And coming up next, we have game number 3. Game 3 will be another spectacular 7 singles match, playing up to 7 points. All points, of course, will still double after all those matchups in the first round of play. More importantly, game 3 marks the start of the high-paying high 5. Emphasis on the high-paying, folks. For a pick 5, it's been going at about 25% on the season. That's 1 in every 4 performances that's been hit, but as of late, that's been going a lot more there. Last week, there was a streak of 5 of 6. It was hit in Sunday's performance to close out the week. We have just under 700 in that carryover, though. It was not hit in the first matinee performance here today, so depending on how much is bet into it, you could be looking at over that $2,000 minimum. But to play that high 5, you correctly pick the winners of games 3 through 7. And if you get all those winners correct and you're the only ticket with those numbers, you will take home at least $2,000 and potentially even more. That's part of the high five, and you got just about 6 more minutes. Actually, just about 7 more minutes to get those wagers in.
Welcome to the Week 15 edition of the 2020 Magic City Jai-Alai Rebote Recap. This past week, we saw another standout performance by our singles championship leader, Douglas. Number 13 piled on 13 more singles victories, increasing his advantage over first place to an astounding 16 games. Ron, on the other hand, continues to slip further away from the number 1 spot that he commanded just 3 weeks ago. Number 12 collected 4 singles victories in Week 15, but it wasn't nearly enough to keep pace with the winning machine that is Douglas. Ron's 63 wins are still good enough for second place overall, with plenty of breathing room between himself and the third place player, Bueno. The second generation Pelotari added 3 crucial victories, giving him 48 singles wins on the season to maintain that all-important third and final bonus money slot. Right on his tail in fourth place, though, is Magic City sweetheart, Tennessee. The former Canes pitcher and fan favorite dominated the early games, earning himself 8 singles wins in Week 15. Tennessee now sits just 2 games outside of third place with 46 victories. And rounding out the top 5 is Ikeda. However, number 23 was only able to tally just 1 victory across his singles appearances throughout the week. After a couple of uncharacteristic performances, Ikeda needs to get back on track in a hurry, as Carballo with 40 wins and Ben and Kubala with 39 wins are hot on his heels and determined to climb their way up the standings. And yet again, out of all the impressive and hard-fought play we saw from the roster at Magic City, the best singles output was reserved for number 13, Douglas. The young gun and Jai-Alai phenom earned his 3rd consecutive Golden Cesta after collecting 13 singles wins, including a resounding finish to the week with a Grand Slam performance on Sunday. The Wonder Boy has won 45 total games over the last 3 weeks. So far, no one has been able to find the formula to take down last year's champ, who is winning at a ridiculous clip of just under 44%. Douglas was waiting in the gate for a while, but he is officially off to the races and well on his way to successfully defending his title as singles champion. Congratulations again to Douglas on his 3rd Golden Cesta of the 2020 season. Week 15 saw the highly anticipated return of doubles games to the Magic City Jai-Alai fronton. Although the results of these games don't count towards the doubles championship series, players and fans alike were eager to experience the exhilaration and speed of doubles action once again. Douglas and Lamonte, the champions of this season's first doubles tournament, struggled to find their footing early on, but managed to find their groove before the end of the week. They secured 1 doubles victory in addition to having the highest in-the-money percentage of all the doubles pairs in Week 15 at over 71%. After missing the first doubles tournament entirely, Ron was on a mission to prove he's not just a singles player, but a serious force to be reckoned with in doubles too. He and Juice finished in the money in 4 of their 7 appearances, including 2 outright victories. The only other team to claim 2 wins was the familiar and downright formidable duo of Bueno and Tennessee. The sweetheart pairing, also reunited for Magic City's first tournament of the season, didn't skip a beat, exhibiting their strong on-court communication and consistency all week long. Going into Week 16, we expect to see the same doubles pairings as Magic City continues with 1 doubles game per performance throughout the end of August. Shout out to this week's fantasy winner, the name you've all been waiting to hear out loud, Willy Wanker and the Pelota Factory. Team Willy Wanker and the Pelota Factory will receive a Magic City Jai-Alai t-shirt as well as the full $100 cash prize for its stellar performance in Week 15. Watch our weekly fantasy review on our Instagram page at Jai-Alai Channel for more details on Willy Wanker's winning Week 15 lineup. Every week is a new chance to earn points for your fantasy team, so you can always come back to your team or join the league at any time. And remember, the cash prize of $100 sponsored by Magic City Jai-Alai will remain unlocked as long as there are 100 or more active league members. But that's not all. If we surpass 150 active members, Magic City has agreed to increase the prize money to $150, and it will remain unlocked at that value. So help us spread the word. The more people who play, the more money you can win. Visit fantasyhighlight.com to join the league for free, draft your own fantasy team, and start winning like Willy Winker. This week's Robote play goes to the most electrifying player on the roster, Carballo. As one of the most unpredictable players from day to day, number 3 is always dropping jaws, soaring across the court, and laying his body on the line. Even when you think you have the point won, Carballo has a knack for pulling off the impossible. That was on full display this past Saturday in this scorcher of a point as Douglas fired a picture-perfect Robote outside placement that seemed like a sure winner. But in typical Carballo fashion, he positioned himself perfectly to execute a Robote 2-wall that just narrowly kissed the front glass to score. Just another Picasso-like masterpiece from number 3. Watch it for yourself in this Robote Play of the Week.
Outside placement of the forehand Robote, and it's absolutely stopped by Carballo. And Carballo's return scores.
And that was the Robote recap last week, week 15 here at Magic City. Takes us almost up to the start of Game 3 of just under a minute. You see there, 22.64 bet into that high 5 pool, plus just under 700 in that carryover. Yep, we'll be over that 2,000 for sure in this performance here. So you'll be taking home, depending on what it finishes at, maybe even over 2,500 there. So good luck to all the bettors playing there. And we'll see if anybody can hit it. Game 3. We are ready to begin.
Game time.
We are ready to begin Game 3. Game 3, another spectacular 7 singles match here. We'll be playing it back up to 7. All points double after all those matchups in the first round of play. Here's Juice, post 1, serving to Fred, blue shirt to post 2. Juice's serve begins this third game. One sails wide of the court. Point 1. One first up on the board here in this third game that'll bring to the court. White shirt to post 3. Here's Diaz. Robote just will hit there. Point 1. Juice now 2 straight points to open up this third game. That'll bring to the court. Green shirt to post 4. Here's El Barba. Juice on the forehand. That one into the top of the pad. Point 4. Albarba on the board, 1 point. Here's the black shirt to post 5, Tennessee. Tennessee 9 line. Robote out. Into the overhead screen, out of play, point 5. Tennessee on the board, 1 point. Here's the yellow shirt to post 6, Legend. Tennessee on the outside. Scott it on the forehand. Robote out. There's Legend. Makes the save. Lays it up off the front wall. There's Tennessee. Charging in. Stops. 7 line. Point 5. Five with 2 points. Here's the pink shirt of both 7. There's Jed. Tennessee, forehand rebote. Up, and away into the overhead screen. Point 7. In now to receive here, rounding out the first round of play. Purple shirt of post 8. Here's Lamonte. Rebote forehand by Lamonte on a knee. Legend. Jedden, rather, couldn't bring it in. Point 8. And that will do it now for the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points through to the end of the game. Returning, here's post 2, Fred. Lamonte on the forehand, 8 line. Sidearm comes out to Fred. His rebote to the outside. Scores, point 2. Fred now on the board, 2 points. Here's Diaz, post 3. Diaz on the left side, 9 line. Winds up the Costano, keeps this one inside. There's Fred. Missed the rebote, point 3. Careful, Frank. White shirt to post 3. Here's Diaz. Serving to post 1, Juice. Diaz, good catch on the left side. Winds up the 2 wall. Into the top of the pad. Point 1. Juice now with 4 points. Here's post 4, El Barba. El Barba goes straight outside with it. That one just wide. Point 1. Possible game point now for Juice. He has 6 points. To stop him, post 6, there's Legend. Soft forehand backs Juice up beyond the 12 line. Hard over the top. There's Legend. Juice on a hop, brings it in. That one low just above the pad. Great catch there by Legend on the left side. Here's Juice, middle of the court. His 2 wall. Rebote, forehand. Way to hang it in there. There's Juice. That's going to score for the win. Point and game to the red shirt of post 1, Juice. Wow. We have a 3-way playoff now to determine second and third place. To begin, post 5 will serve to post 2. Again, this is a playoff for place and show. Second and third place. Here's Tennessee serving Fred. Fred's forehand into the pad. Point 5. Possible place point now for Tennessee. In to stop him, here's Diaz. Tennessee charging in's got it on the forehand. 7 line. There's Tennessee running under it. 6 line, hard reverse delivered. Diaz setting up for it. Karam Rabote with enough on it. Tennessee's there on the outside. Cortada there scores. 0.5. Post 5, Tennessee will place, taking second. Fred will now serve to Diaz. This will be for third place. Show point.
Nice little touch.
Diaz winds up the Costado again. That one stays inside. It's tipped by Fred. 3 shows. Unofficial order of finish for Game 3. 1-5-3. 1-5 and 3. We'll get the official results coming up momentarily. And results of Game 3 are now official here. Post 1, Nats Juice with the win. Post 5, Tennessee taking second. Post 3, Diaz coming in third. 1-5-3 is now official there for Game 3. As we wait for these prices to come up, and there are those prices there for Game 3, 1-5-3. The $2 try, 1-5-3, 603.20. Nice payout there on that trifecta. The $2 Quinella there, 1-5. Or 5-1, 32.40. And not bad on the exacta either. 1-5 on the exacta there off $2. Returned 68.20. It's not bad payouts there. Again, even with some lower posts. And coming up next, we've got game number 4. Game 4, you guessed it, another one of those spectacular 7 singles matches. Will be coming back up to 7 points. And all points will still double, of course, after all those matchups in the first round of play. See the entries on your screen for this 4th game right now. Game 4 also marks the start of that pick 3. Yeah, correctly picked the winners of games 4 through 6. If you get all those winners right, may not even have to get all those winners right. Sometimes there's a consolation, but you have an opportunity for a nice bonus payout. All part of that pick 3. You got to pick a 3-number combo of the winners of 4 through 6 for your chance to play that. Your last opportunity to get those wagers in before the start of this 4th game, which is now just about 5 minutes away.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. I sell ice cream, rather sell a CD.
I have a security company, a beauty salon.
I've been doing music for a very long time.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play highlights.
We're looking to transition from dog racing to highlight. I went to the university and said, listen, I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train highlight players?
They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
If you're going to come into the sport, you got to be dedicated. You're going to be a piece of cake.
We knew going in, they're not going to be great the first day.
We'll be like the Jamaicans with the bobsled team. Game time now, man.
This is going to be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is going to pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I got to win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Highlight became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play!
And folks, that was a trailer for the award-winning documentary Magic City Hustle about the start of the highlight program here at Magic City just a few years ago. If you'd like to watch that for yourself, head on over to MagicCityCasino.com under the highlight tab. There's a button that says Magic City Hustle. You click on that, it'll take you directly to the website, or you just type in MagicCityHustle.com directly into your browser. Either way you do it, it'll take you to the same main page where you can purchase that film there for $5, and then from there, enjoy it as many times as you like. And we are now 4 minutes away from the start of game number 4. As we said there, game 4 marks the start of this pick 3. Last opportunities to get those wagers in. You see 813 bet into it right now, but a couple of days ago here hit an all-time high with that. Over $2,300 was bet into that pick 3 pool. Yeah, given the high 5 is over the carryover there, perhaps getting a little less play in this performance, but those pick 3s have been getting a little more action, and you get games 4, 5, and 6. You get one middle game, you get a doubles game, and then you get a feature game in there, so good little taste of all those games, all part of that pick 3. You have a couple more minutes if you want to bet those. And taking the win there in game number 3, first leg of that high 5, you have Juice, who, if you joined us in the first performance, talked about how last week Juice was winless. Week 14, Juice had 1 win. So the last 2 weeks, just 1 win coming into it. And taking a game 3 with the likes of, you got Tennessee in there, you got El Barba in there, you got Jen in there. Not as easy of a game 3 maybe as it was at the beginning of the season there, but Juice getting it done. Only taking a look at the overall standings now for Juice, that is win number 18. Win number 18 for Juice on the season. He's now tied with CRB. Guy we hope to have back here soon. Going down the list, we usually don't get beyond about 10th place or so. How about we do it? We'll go with Vlo here. Vlo is in 12th place. He has 23 wins. Going down the line here, you got Legend at 22. He's in 13th. CRB and Juice tied 14th place with 18 wins. Diaz has 15 singles victories, but obviously missed a great deal of time. Bradley, 13 singles wins for him in limited appearances. Been dealing with knee issues and missed actually a couple weeks to begin the season. Cool Fitness, also very limited singles action, just 150 games for him. He has 12 wins. Asier with 10, Lamonte with 8, and Fred there with 6. And, of course, looking at the top of those standings, some guys you'll see in those later games. You got Douglas there, 79 wins for him. Ron in second, 66 wins. And then you got Bueno there at 49. Those are the top 3. As now game 4 is less than a minute away, and that pick 3 made its way up over $1,000. And with that, we are ready to get into game number 4. Game 4. Yep, another spectacular 7 singles match here. Playing it back up to 7. All points will double after all those matchups in the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1. To begin, we have Jednan receiving the blue post 2. There's El Barba. Jednan serve begins game number 4. Jen there over the top. Brought in nicely by El Barba. Good pickup on the left side. He goes deep with that reverse. Rebote left side. Jednan turns it back to the middle of the court. Catch by Legend in the cage there, but that one's going to score. Point 1. 1 first up on the board here in this 4th game. That'll bring the court white shirt to post 3. Here's Legend. Jen on the outside. Turns that rebote nicely back to the inside. Legend posted up at the 9 line. Forehand back inside. That one cut off. Rebote left side. Legend just does get it up. A quick bounce. Jen brings it down. Hard forehand. Sticks in the cesta of Legend there. Nice catch. Jedden going back. Flips this one to the outside. Rebote missed. Point 1. In receive for this matchup, green shirt at post 4, we have Anderluck. Big forehand from Anderluck. Jedden, 7 line, turns that rebote back to the middle of the court. Anderluck, hard forehand. Scores. Point 4. And receive black shirt to post 5. There's Tennessee. Anderluck on the forehand. Sidearm. Tennessee thought about it. Waits for the rebote. Turns that forehand rebote back middle of the court. Anderluck to the inside where that will score. Point 4. 4 now serves yellow shirt to post 6. It's number 22, Bueno. Forehand rebote, back inside, cut off Bueno, 8 line. Walton's coming way out, up at the 7, there's Anderluck, turns it back inside. Bueno, over his head, makes a nice catch, goes deep. Rebote forehand. Bueno stops it, plays a reverse back. Another rebote coming out, corner of the front wall. Bueno cuts it off, up at the 8 line again. Trading rebotes, Anderluck all the way up at the 5. Turns it hard back to the middle of the court. Here's Bueno. Winds it up. That Costado to the inside. Does score. Great point played by these two. Point 6.
Fuck.
And receive post 7. There's Ben. Rebote left side, slight 2-wall. That one missed by Ben, point 6. And in now rounding out the first round of play, purple shirt of post 8, here's Juice. Juice, soft play on the forehand. Bueno's not going to get there. Point 8. And that will do it for the first round of play. All matchups now worth 2 points to the end of the game. Returning, here's post 2, El Barba. Juice just does get it off, flicks it up, and that's going to get over El Barba to score. Point 8. Juice now 3 points. Here's post 3, Legend. Juice. What effort to even get assessed on it. One gets into the overhead screen that's out of play. Point 3. In receive, here's Jedden, post 1. Jedden high off the front wall. Here's Legend. 3-wall play. Jedden sets up on the outside, turns it hard back to the middle of the court. Legend back inside, and that will score. Point 3. Legend, 4 points. Returning, here's Tennessee, post 5. Catch by Tennessee there off the serve, delivers a nice reverse. Rebote up, into the overhead screen. Out of play, point 5. Returning, post 4, Anderluck. Tennessee, forehand Rebote, tries to dig it out. That one sails wide of the court, point 4. Anderluck down 4 points. Returning, here's Ben. Rebote way out there. Anderluck up at the 5 line. Turns it outside. Here's Ben. Gets it back to the middle of the court. Anderluck cutting it off at the 6 line. Goes deep. This one's pass. Played it to the corner of the front wall there. On a quick bounce, Anderluck brings it down. Hard forehand back over the top. Ben setting up. It's that Rebote up. Hard forehand again. This one passes. Ben setting up. Goes back for it at the 7 line. Missed it. Point 4. Possible game point here for Anderluck. 6 points. And to stop him, post 6, the yellow shirt, Bueno. Rebote forehand. Anderluck runs back for it. Stops. 10 line. Missed the Rebote there. This game will continue. Point 6. Bueno keeps this game alive. He has 4 points now, serving the returning 2 Postel Barba. Oh, runner back inside. There's Bueno. 10 line. Barba makes a nice catch. It's Bueno reaching over his head on the forehand. Point 6. Possible game point here for Bueno. He has 6 points. And to stop him, post 8, Juice. Juice, that reverse into the pad. Point and game. Yellow shirt to post 6, Bueno. No playoff here. 4 places and 3 shows. Unofficial order finish for game 4. 6, 4, 3. 6, 4, and 3. Get those official results coming up in just a few moments. And results there. Results of Game 4 are now official. Post 6, that's Bueno with the win. Post 4, Anderluck taking second. And post 3, Legend coming in third. Long 4th game there. Bueno gets the win, 6-4-3. He is now official as those prices up on your screen. The $2 Quinella there for 6. For $2, that returns $25.60. $2 trifecta, 6-4-3. It's the top 3 finishers there in the exact order, 184.20 off a $2 bet. Nobody had the 6 to win. No one had Bueno to win. No one had Bueno to win there. So you got to go down. Consolation there to win. You got to go down to Bueno's post 4. So make sure don't throw out those win tickets there if you had Bueno. And up next, game number 5, our one and only doubles match of this performance. So stick by your screen here. You don't want to miss out on this action. This doubles game will be playing it up to 7 points. Spectacular 7 scoring. Of course, all those points will still double after all matchups in the first round of play. You see those entries up on your screen now. And these doubles teams, it's not part of a new doubles tournament. Just getting one doubles game per performance through the end of August here. So these teams were the same as last week, but they're not part of any new doubles tournament with a bonus at the end of it. Just some exhibition, if you will, doubles games as part of this program. And that 5th game will be coming up now in just about 7 minutes. 6 minutes.
I love Jai-Alai. I think Jai-Alai's a beautiful game. My favorite part of playing Jai-Alai would be that I get to compete. I get to come into a facility with other competitors that are trying their hardest. I get to come out here and try my hardest. Win or lose, you feel a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day after coming in and giving it your all. My 2020 goal is when you open up the program, it should say Chris Bueno, win percentage, 150 or better, and in the money percentage, 400 or better. I'm going to finish every game that I get possible game point.
Congratulations to this week's Fantasy Jai-Alai winner, Willie Wanker and the Pelota Factory. Willie Wanker topped the leaderboard with a total of 166 points with the roster of singles players Douglas, Jedin, and Diaz, and doubles pairing Juice and Ron Ron. Although Douglas had an all-time high price tag of $11, Willie Wanker was willing to spend whatever it took to get number 13 on their squad. And once again, that proved to be a smart decision as Douglas collected a roster-leading 13 wins on his way to a 73-point fantasy output. With just $10 remaining and 3 more players to go, Willie Wanker needed to make smart value picks. Jedin was drafted to the team at $5, and he responded in kind with his best fantasy performance of the season. Number 8 took full advantage of his extra appearances in Week 15, finding the win column 6 times and finishing with the 3rd highest total overall with his collection of 56 fantasy points. As a $5 choice, the former Super Bowl champ outscored 5 other higher-priced Pelotaris, including Ron Ron, who was priced at $10, and Ikeda at $8. With just $5 left, Team Willie Wanker rounded out this week's winning lineup with Diaz at $4 and the $1 double squad, Ron Ron and Juice. In his first full week of Jai-Alai action in almost 2 months, the Silent Assassin tallied 1 win, 5 places, and 1 show, a contribution of 22 fantasy points. Ron Ron and Juice, however, may have been the difference maker in putting this team over the top as they collected 2 crucial wins, making them the 2nd highest scoring doubles pair in a limited week of doubles action. Willie Wanker and the Pelota Factory got the golden ticket, closing out Week 15 as the one and only fantasy winner. The team will receive a Magic City Jai-Alai t-shirt and the full $100 cash prize for its win. It's important to note that cash prizes will remain unlocked for the duration of the season, as long as there are 100 or more active teams in the league. Once the league hits 150 active members, the cash prize for a single weekly winner will increase to $150 thanks to Magic City Jai-Alai, which sponsors all of our prizes. And it doesn't end there. If the league reaches 200 members, the weekly prize money will increase yet again to $200. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Just sign up for free at fantasyjai-alai.com, pick your players, and watch your progress on the Jai-Alai channel. The more people who play, the more money to be won, so please help us spread the word. And remember, every week is a brand new chance to update your team and win. You can find more details regarding the Fantasy League at the Instagram page at Jai-Alai Channel or at fantasyjai-alai.com.
And congratulations again to last week's Fantasy Jai-Alai winner. Last time we'll be saying it, unless they win again, Willie Wanker and the Pelota Factory. Great picking by that team. And again, new contests are available every week. If you would like to play, you're not yet signed up, fantasyjai-alai.com. That is the website. You go there and you'll see a button that says join this league. You can create an account, and then from there you can start picking. How it works each week: you pick a player, you pick a lineup of 4 players, 3 singles players and 1 doubles pairing that make up your 4 total players. You have a $21 budget, and players have a price each week, a certain cost value. Obviously, the better players, higher cost value, and some of the worst players are going to be some of those lower costs. You try to build the best lineup you can with that $21. You get 5 points per win, 3 points per place, 2 points per show, and 1 point per quad finish that your player earns throughout the week. You add up all your player points, and then the person with the most not only gets a Magic City Jai-Alai t-shirt for the month of August, but we're proud to announce there $150 will be going out to the Fantasy Jai-Alai winner for this week, Week 16. If you checked out those standings between the performances, you would see there, how about over 168 there, so wow, we are over 170 people in that fantasy game, guys. Unbelievable stuff here. I think we're right at 171, so just 29 now. 29 more people away, and we'll up that cash prize again. Magic City said they'll up it to $200. But for this week, we've eclipsed the 150 mark, so there will be $150 going out to the fantasy winner in addition to that t-shirt. And I know all you guys like some of those advanced fantasy stats about some of those lineup percentages, who picked who, and we'll get you that here coming up after this fifth game. But happy to announce there $150 for the fantasy winner. And also, quick note there, if you had the doubles team of Anderluck and El Barba, now this is really strange with the website. Some reason those points weren't staying in the updated scores. So we acknowledge that if you had the team of Anderluck and El Barba, you should have 3 points for their place. So add 3 to your total. And just because I'm working solo duty here today, can't figure that out during the performance. So we'll update that for you after it. So come back tomorrow. All those points should be updated. And with that, takes us up to the start of Game 5, that only doubles game of this performance. Game 4 will be another, well, not another Spectacular 7 singles, Spectacular 7 doubles match here. Team of Lamonti and Douglas in the red, serving team of Juice and Ron Ron Blues, post 2. Here's Douglas. Ron cutting it off, goes deep. Douglas all the way back at the wall there, 13 line, hard forehand. Douglas. That's a big reverse. This one coming way out. Juice up at the 4 line. He missed it there, point 1. One first up on the board here in this fifth game that'll bring to the court white shirts of both 3 of the team of Fred and Ikeda. Big reverse again from Douglas. This one coming out even further than that first one. Calls off Lamonti. He's up at the 5 line. 6 line. That scores. Point 1. To receive green shirts, post 4, there's a team of Kubala and Legend. Point 4. 4-0 on the board, 1 point. In receipt, the black shirts post 5. The team of Bueno and Tennessee. Bueno picks a serve, fires the Costado back inside. Kubala running under it. Here's Legend now. Tennessee, rather. Catches it low. Kubala, sidearm forehand. This one's going to pass. There's Bueno. 2-all. Scores. Point 5. And receive the yellow shirts at post 6. Here's the team of Anderluck and El Barba. El Barbo, low runner to the inside. There's Bueno. Gets out of the way. Rabote saved by Anderluck. There's Tennessee, middle of the court. Point 6. And receive pink shirts to post 7. Jedden and Ben. Jedden cutting it off in the front court. Magic City bounce. What a catch by Anderluck. Great adjustment. That one tipped by Ben, point 6. Two points now. Post 6, El Barbo and Anderluck in to receive, rounding out the first round of play. The team of Carballo and Diaz. And we're just waiting. Get some shoes tied. Everyone's all good. Yellow shirts, post 6. Post 6 serves, post 8. Diaz stepping in front of it, cutting it off, sending a forehand all the way up to the 6 line. Anderluck turning it on the forehand side. Here's Carballo. Pick up by Anderluck on the left side. Forehand rebote from Diaz. Brought in on a quick bounce. Anderluck goes outside with it. Carballo's there. Soft play. Forehand just above the pad. That scores point 8. That would do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points at the end of the game. Returning, here are the blue shirts, Ron and Juice. Juice plays that forehand inside where it'll score, crossing the side wall. Point 2. Returning, here's post 3, the team of Ikeda and Fred. Ron back at the 13, got it on the left side. Ikeda with a good catch low, delivers it at the 11 line. Reaching over his head, Ron, nice catch, high off the front wall. Ikeda, hand on the wall, makes it. Ron charging in's got it at the 9 line, going deep. Ikeda lets it go. Forehand rebote from Fred. Missed there. Point 2. Four points now for the blue shirts. Post 2. Returning. Here's Douglas and Lamonte. Post 1. Douglas, big reverse. Cut off by Ron. He's all the way back at the 13. Guys are trading forehands here. Douglas slows it up. Ron charging in, 11 line. Catches piece of that side wall. Here's Douglas now. Hard forehand. Back inside. Ron gets it before crossing that side wall. Douglas on the forehand again. Looking for the picada. Big bounce. He's got it. Brought down by Ron. Forehand. Douglas keeps it inside. Here's Ron. Back to the inside with that rebote. Pulls it off the side wall. He goes deep. Ron cutting it off again. Not letting the rebote come out. Douglas now at the 11. Ron cessed almost on the back wall. Here's Douglas reaching up. Makes a great catch on the right side. Ron charging in on a hop. Slows it down. That Tejada will not make the front wall. Point one. One now, 4 points returning. Green shirts to post 4. It's Legend and Kubala. That is a strong reverse fry. Douglas Legend turns it nicely just under that overhead screen. Douglas rips another reverse. Kubala saves it just above the pad. Here's Douglas now 7 line. This one's coming way out, up at the 4 line. Lamonte up in the front court stops it on the left side. Here's Kubala going to the ground. Diving Rabote's save. Here's Douglas. Hard reverse, cut off, 10 line. Kubala goes deep. Douglas running back, takes it in the air. Looking for a big bounce. Legend lets it go. Back to Kubala at the 12. Pulls it off the sidewall, goes deep once more. There's Legend. He missed the Rabote there up at the 4 line. Great point played by these two. Point one. Gives the Red Shirts a possible game point. And to stop him, the Black Shirts of host 5. Here's Bueno and Tennessee. Tennessee, middle of the court. It's right to Douglas on the right side. Comes hard over the top. That one will score for the win. Point and game to the Red Shirts of post 1. Douglas and Lamonte. No playoff here. 2 places. 6 shows. Unofficial order finish for game number 5. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, and 6. Get those official results here coming up in just a few moments. And results there of that doubles game are now official. Post 1, Lamonte with the win. Post 2, Juice and Ron taking second. And results there for Game 5 are official. Post 1, Lamonte and Douglas with the win. Post 2, Juice and Ron taking second. Post 6, Anderlecht and El Barba coming in third. And there are the prices on your screen. The $2 Canela there, 1-2 or 2-1. Turns $28 even off a $2 bet there. The $2 try, 1-2-6. Top 3 finishers in the exact order, 129.40. And again, that win. A little more bet into the win this time. You see post 1, 1060 to win. And that's a reigning doubles championship team of Douglas and Lamonte. Although they haven't been playing quite up to their level that they were in that doubles tournament. Still able to pull out the W there. 1060 off of $2. Not bad at all. And that'll do it for the doubles action this day, but we got 4 more singles matches to close it out. Our 4 feature singles games here. First one, Game 6, will be a spectacular 7 singles match, played at up to 7 points. All points will double, of course, after all those matchups there in the first round of play. As you see, the entries are up on your screen right now. Whole new cast of characters there. You got Kubala in singles, you got Douglas, Carballo, Ikeda, and Ron. Those new 5 guys coming in addition to a couple names we've already seen. You throw Ben in there, those will make up the feature guys for this performance. And post time for Game 6 coming your way in just about 5 minutes. 5 minutes away till that 6th game. And in case we have any new fans who may have missed this explanation video there at the top of the program, here it is again to explain in simpler terms how Jai-Alai is played.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And we are just 4 minutes away from the start of Game 6. Game 6 closes out that pick 3. I saw there was a big payout, $8.88 off of $1 in that matinee. Jedden winning Game 6 out of post 4. Got to venture to guess there was only one person there taking home that $8.88, but off of $1 there, that's a terrific investment. An even better picking. We talked about some of those guys here. We talked about those core 5 of Kubala, Douglas, Carballo, Ikeda, and Ron taking a collection of the wins here in these later games. And so then, the guys like Ben, Bueno, Anderluck, Jedden, those guys have been kind of getting shut out in these later games, but Jedden had only 2 wins. And I believe it was just under 60 singles appearances there, but picking up the win in one of these feature games in the earlier matinee. Shows that anyone is capable of winning these later games. All these guys certainly with the potential to take down one another. And how it went Game 6 through 9 in that first performance there. Ron collecting 3 of the wins, though. Usually Douglas taking a majority of them. But Ron here in the matinee, 3 wins for him. And the only other win in those later games was coming from Jedden there in game number 6. So Ron with 3, Jedden with 1 here in these feature games, and a couple of guys. Douglas, no wins, 2 places for him. Carballo, nothing on the board. Kubala, 1 show, 1 quad. Ikeda, 1 show. So those core 5 we were talking about have yet to play up to that potential yet, but a lot more singles appearances to go here this week number 16 of the Jai-Alai season. How about some fantasy Jai-Alai player analytics? Take a look at, as we do every week here, what percentage of players are in each lineup. And this week, again, you make them $11. It was $11 2 weeks ago as well, but even again, Douglas here, just under 35% of the entries have Douglas, and then Tennessee there at $6. Thought Tennessee was going to be a popular play there at $6, but he's got a tougher crew to go against in those earlier games. You got Bueno all week, you got Ben all week, you got Anderluck in some of those games all week, so going to be a little tougher show there for Tennessee. Maybe a reason why his price didn't go up, even though he played extremely well. 30% of the entries have Tennessee. Jedden there, next most popular, over 18%. Diaz and Carballo, 16%. Juice, 15%. Douglas and Lamonte, 15%. You got Ron just under 15. Anderluck, just under 14. There's Bueno, just over 13%. There's Diaz, just over 13%. Lamonte, just under 13. Anderluck and El Barba's the same as Bueno in Tennessee, just about 12.5% each. Ben, just under 12%. So all those numbers there outside of really Douglas and Tennessee, they're pretty well balanced in terms of ownership percentage. So we'll see how Fantasy Jai-Alai plays out. We got the 4 feature singles games to close it out. Be ready to begin Game 6. Game 6, another spectacular 7 singles match. Will be playing up to 7 points. All points will double after all those matchups there in the first round of play. To begin serving at red post 1, here's Andrew Luck receiving the blue post 2, Kubala. Andrew Luck on the forehand. Comes over the top. Looking for a big bounce. Brought down by Kubala. Andrew Luck. Set Rebote up to the outside. Here's Kubala. Back inside. Hard forehand. Picked up nicely from Andrew Luck on the left side. Kubala gives the picata right back, looking for a big bounce. That one brought down from Andrew Luck. Keeps it inside. Gets by him first time around. There's Kubala. Catches the top of the pad. Any part of that pad is bad. Point 1. 1 first up on the board here. In this 6th game, that'll bring the court white shirt to post 3. Douglas. Andrew Luck, another great serve. Douglas rips that reverse. Oh, Andrew Luck gets assessed on it. All he's got to do is play it to the inside, as he does to score. It's good serve, though. Couldn't beat him there. Point 3. Douglas on the board with 1 point now, serving green shirt to post 4. Here's Carballo. Douglas, forehand, scores, point 3. And in receive, black shirt to post 5 now, we have Ikeda. Rebote played at the 8 line. Ikeda missed it first time around. Tried to dig it out there. Missed it. Point 3. Douglas with 3 straight points. And receive yellow shirt to post 6. That's Bueno. Bueno cracks the carom. Douglas almost got there. Tangled up in the net. It's going to score for Bueno there. Point 6. Bueno on the board now, 1 point. Here's the pink shirt to post 7, Jedden. Rebote's coming out for Bueno. Laid it up at the 7 line. Jedden winds up the Costado 2 while there. Scores. Missed by Bueno, point 7. And in to receive now, rounding out the first round of play. Purple shirt to post 8. Here's Ron. Ron, big reverse at the 11 line, sending Jedden all the way up to the 5. Turns it hard. Ron's there in the middle of the court. Forehand, cut off. Jedden, 7 line. Runner back inside. Ron lets it pass. Rebote left side. Back to the inside. And that gets by Jedden to score. Point 8. And that will do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points at the end of the game. Returning, here's post 2, Kubala. Kubala goes deep. Robote coming out. There's Ron. Turns it hard from the forehand side. Kubala at the 8. Backing up Ron. Stops it. Goes deep again. Backing up Kubala. Stops at the 5 line. Just does lay it up off the front wall with a soft touch. There's Ron. His forehand scores. Point 8. And returning now, here's the red shirt of post 1, Anderluck. And Ron just securing the cesta. Ready to go with 3 points. He serves Anderluck, post 1. Anderluck. Picata. Stop by Ron at the 11 line. Big reverse coming out. Robote missed. Point 8. Straight points to a possible game point now. Here for Ron. He has 5 points in to stop him. Post 4, the green shirt, Carballo. Ron missed the scoop first time around. Just does get it up. Carballo, one hand, catches a piece of the overhead screen. Great effort by both guys. That's going to be point and game. Purple shirt of post 8. That's a perfect game to Ron. Sorry, folks. Post 8. Ron there with the win. Ron there with the win. Post 3. That's Douglas taking second. We got a playoff for third. Here's Bueno serving to Jedden. Post 7. That serve there gets by Jedden.
Let's go!
Point 6. Possible show point now for Bueno. Here's Anderluck. Post 1. Strong forehand from Anderluck. There's Bueno up at the 8 line. 2 wall. What a pickup on the forehand. Brought down by Bueno. Back to the inside. He's backed up to the 11 now. Over the top. Puto waits. Robote. Up and away into the overhead screen. Point 1. We will flip it around now. Anderluck's going to serve to Bueno. He's got one more point, Anderluck. The winner of this one will show. Robote forehand. In and out of the cesta. Bueno, it goes there. Post 1. Anderluck will show. Unofficial order to finish there for game number 6. 8-3-1. 8-3 and 1. The official results coming up here in just a few moments. Results there for Game 6 are now official. That's Post 8, Ron with the win. Post 3, Douglas taking second. Post 1, Anderla coming in third. The $2 Quinella there went away. How about the pick 3? $2 pick 3, 618, the combination there. 3 of 3 numbers returns 267.60. We'll get those other prices as they roll back across your screen. There's the $2 Quinella. 3-8 or 8-3. Top 2 finishers in any order there. $24 in the $2 try. 8-3-1, 111.80. And up next, we got game number 7, Game 7. Another spectacular 7 singles match. We'll be playing it back up to 7 points on all points. Of course, we'll still double after all those matchups there in the first round of play. Game 7 marks the end of that high 5. You'll see those will pays here coming up in just a few moments. See if anyone is still alive with 5 of 5 numbers and the only ticket available to take home that jackpot, which today will be over that $2,000. And Game 7 here coming up in just about 5 minutes. And as predicted there, yeah, two numbers up on the board, the 6 and the 8. Oh, the 6 and the 8. Not surprising. I was looking at Game 6 there for a second, folks. Saw Bueno and Ron. That was interesting. But no, Douglas, Ron playing out of post 6 will have the high 5 go, and Douglas playing out of post 8. 2 of those common names to make that high 5 go. I say most of the times it'd be interesting to run the numbers on that. How many times has it been a Douglas, Ron, either of them make that high 5 go, paying out the $2,000 minimum or over that $2,000? Would be interesting to see there. But still, as a pick 5, that high 5, we talked about the odds, and we talked about it at length here. Over 32,000 to 1 to hit a pick 5, and it's coming in at a little over 25% of the time that high 5 is being hit here at Magic City on the season. So for a pick 5, very generous wager, and that's why we say the most generous wager in all of pari-mutuel wagering. And we'll see if somebody can take home just under $2,500 as part of that high 5 coming up here at the start of Game 7, which is just 4 minutes away. So on the week now for Ron, 4 wins. 4 times he's found the winner's circle. Douglas yet to find it this week, so 16-game advantage coming into the week here, down to 12. I mean, Ron's going to need... I mean, look, this has only been a performance and a half. But Ron, if he could keep up the play the way he's been going, there's a chance to certainly threaten Douglas atop those championship singles standings, although we've seen when this happens with Douglas there, usually has one bad performance and comes back pretty quickly. Played pretty well there in that 6th game, just wasn't able to find the winner circle. Post 3 comes in 2nd place. That was the 3rd time already this week here that Douglas has come in 2nd place. That's a place finish for him, and Ron with 4 wins. So just a couple weeks ago, it was Douglas in the winner's circle. Go back to week 14, Douglas had 14 wins in 4 places, and then you see Ron with 4 wins in 9 places. So whichever one seems to be winning, the other one's coming in 2nd, and that seems to be holding true here. But for week 16, although just a couple of games here, advantage to Ron, certainly. And if you're just joining us here for the first time in this 7th game and you're playing along with Fantasy Highlight, we said at the top of the broadcast that we have over 150 active players this week. So that cash prize has been upped to $150 there. Magic City sponsoring that prize very generously, upping it to $150 now that they've eclipsed 150 active players. As they said, there's still $200 if we get 200 active players. That is still on the line here. We're just 29 people away. We actually have 171 players this week. Up from over 30 more people playing this week than last week. So thank you to all that joined here to help this cash prize get up over 150. And let's go a little more. Make it 200. Let's get this fantasy game and every week to have $200 on the line, completely free to play. Tell your friends, tell your family, and it's a lot of fun. Definitely, if you're not betting along with the action, is a good way to stay involved. And as you see in the chat, a couple people certainly do that. As the clock hits 0 minutes, we are ready to get into game number 7. Closing out the high five, good luck if you have Douglas or Ron. We are ready to begin game number 7, game 7. Will be another spectacular 7 singles match. We'll be playing it back up to 7 points, and all points will still double after all those matchups in the first round of play. To begin, serving in the red of post 1, here's Bueno, and receiving the blue post 2, Ben. Bueno serve begins game number 7. Bueno scooped it up. Ben Rebote up into the overhead screen, out of play. Point 1. Bueno first on the board here in this 7th game. That'll bring to the court. White shirt to post 3. Here's Kubala. Rebote forehand by Kubala up at the 7 line. There's Bueno. Sidearm forehand back inside. Cut off. 9 line goes deep. Reverse again from Kubala. Bueno digs it out on a hop. Kubala brings it in. Sidearm forehand. Comes out middle of the court. There's Bueno. Goes outside with it. Hard forehand. 3 walls. Bueno hanging with it, going to the ground. Just into the top of the pad. Great effort by Bueno there. Is going to score for Kubala, point 3. And receive green shirt to post 4 now. We have Jedden. Well, Rebote forehand to the inside. Gets in Jen's way, and interference to call. We will replay the point here. Interference to call on the court. We will replay the point here. Kubala post 3, serves to Jedden. First tight along that sidewall. Cut off there by Kubala. Goes deep again. Rebote forehand. Middle of the court there. Kubala comes back over the top. And that one scores, point 3. Two straight points for Kubala. And receive now black shirt to post 5, Carballo. Gets by Kubala first time around. Gets assessed on it. A little dangerous. Scores for Carballo there, 0.5. And Carballo on the board now, 1 point. Here's post 6, Ron, the yellow shirt. At one and over serve. Got to keep those serves between the 4 and 7 line. Point 6. Here's the pink shirt of post 7, Ikeda. Point 6. And then now rounding out the first round of play, purple shirt of post 8, here's Douglas. Douglas passes Ron, missed the forehand rebote there, point 8. And that will do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points at the end of the game. Returning, here's post 2, Ben. Hard reverse. Douglas got it on the forehand. Penn lets it pass, rebote left side. 2-wall. Gets it up there. Douglas brings it down. Forehand. Scores. Point 8. Returning his red shirt to post 1, Bueno. Rebote ripped back to the inside. Bueno makes a nice catch going up the wall. Douglas now. Good catch low at the 8 line. Hard back inside. Bueno again stops it on that left side, but that one catches the overhead screen. That's out of play. Point 8. Straight points to a possible game point here for Douglas. He has 5. And to stop him, green shirt to post 4. There's Jedden. Jen reverse along the sidewall. That one missed by Douglas. Game will continue here. Point 4. Jen now 2 points. White shirt to post 3. Kubala. Point 3. Kubala now 4 points. Returning, here's Carballo. Black shirt to post 5. Carballo keeps that inside. 9 line, there's Kubala, nice reverse. Rebote forehand, over to the top. Kubala now, going deep again. Right along the wall, Carballo flicks it up. Kubala's got it low. Hard forehand back inside. One-handed scoop. My goodness. Carballo now, middle of the court. Hard forehand back inside. Kubala tried to do it. Couldn't. Point 5. Wow. Carballo, 3 points now. And receive pink shirt to post 7, that's Ikeda. Carballo missed it there at the 8 line, point 7. Here's post 6, Ron. Rebote forehand from Ikeda. On a hop, brings it in. Hard forehand back inside. Ron running back, stops it at the 12. Over the top there. Rebote, here's Ron now, back in the 9 line. This one inside. Rebote's out again for Ikeda. Digs it out low. Ron to the outside. Ikeda's going to get there. Over the top. His forehand scores, 0.7. Ikeda now, 4 points. Here's Ben, post 2. Ikeda up at the 8, cuts it off. Fires it deep. Rebote left side from Ben. One just above the pad here. Ikeda, his forehand over the top. Ben stops it. 9 line again. This one a little too hard. Catches the overhead screen. That's out of play. 0.7. That gives Ikeda a possible game point here with 6 points. Trying to stop him. Returning, we have Bueno, post 1. Digs out the forehand Rebote. There's Bueno. Up at the 7 line, delivers that reverse. Once more, Ikeda to the outside this time, backing up Bueno. He's got it. It's up at the front court. Tried to cut it off there, in and out of the cesta. This game will continue again, 0.1. Bueno now with 3 points. And returning with possible game point, here's Douglas, post 8. Bueno there, 9 line. One passes, Douglas, forehand Rebote. Cut off again by Bueno, going deep. Rebote on the left side this time, sending Bueno outside. Goes for the carom. That one lands in. What a shot from Bueno to keep this game going. 0.1 giving him possible game point. And to stop him, that's Jedden, post 4. Jedden going deep. Rebote left side. 2-all from Bueno's going to score for the win. Point and game. A well-deserved game there for post 1 Bueno. No playoff here. 7's going to place and 8 shows. Unofficial order of finish 1-7-8. 1-7 and 8. We'll get those official results coming up here in just a few moments. Wow, how many times has you seen Douglas and Ron up there? 2 of those numbers there to make the high 5 go, and they usually do there. One of those times, no one could seem to close out that game, and then Bueno coming around the 3rd time, getting it done. And that high 5 is going to carry over into that performance tomorrow, that 12 noon performance, so could start getting those picks in for tomorrow. That carryover is going to be pretty significant going into it. Just going to be 15.67 in that carryover as part of the high 5. Maybe we should read those prices as well. Official result there of Game 7. Post 1, Bueno with the win. Post 7, Ikeda taking 2nd. Post 8, Douglas coming in 3rd. 1-7-8 is official there. You see that carryover, 15.67.20. That'll be going into that performance tomorrow. That's the high 5. The combination 1-6-1-8-1, 4 to 5 numbers, returns 151.40. The $2 Quinella 1-7. The $2 there, 63.60. And the 50-cent trifecta, 178. Huge price there, 385.10. That's off of 50 cents. And those win places, obviously we talked about how Bueno, Jed, and Ben, some of those guys there, those middle feature game guys, it's sometimes hard for them to find the win column in these later games, and that's reflected there in that price for Bueno to win out of the one post, 1960. And coming up next, game number 8, game 8, the final spectacular 7 singles match of this performance. We'll be playing it up to 7 points. All points will double, of course, after all those matchups in the first round of play. Game 8 also closes out that mighty Ocho. If you played the Ocho today, we'll get to see those will pays here coming up in a few moments. And post time is just about 6 minutes away. Then serve takes a high bounce. Vanderbilt gathers at about the 10 line. Fires this one that's going to go deep into the corner. Good return by Carballo, sends it going off the wall.
Wow, great
shot. A nice rebote. Yes. Carballo gets it back in play. A soft carom and a reverse over his head.
Yeah, Daddy.
Catch by Ben midcourt. There's the carom. A Barba on the run. Returns a carom.
Whoa,
that scores for the win. Ben rips a 2-all off the serve that scores. What a shot, .7. Here's Diaz with a good catch. Tennessee grabs it. Hard reverse to the outside. Diaz from his knees. Strong forehand return. Jedden with an excellent 2-wall rebote save for the big bounce.
Boy.
El Barbo reaches way up to make the catch, and he scores on the return. Catch by Carballo. Hard reverse rebote is coming out. Jedden calls for the rebote. Outside placement of
nice
the Gustavo rebote.
Bradley makes a nice scoop on the forehand, sends that low and hard. A beautiful scoop by Carballo.
Outside placement thrown by Andrew Luck. Gubala runs in, winds up. Tejada, what a shot thrown by Gubala.
And folks, that was a collection of the top 10 plays from July 2019, over a year ago here at Magic City. We are now just 1 minute away from the start of Game 8. As we said there, Game 8 closes out that mighty Ocho. And you saw those will pays here. Not too significant, but if you played the Ocho, certainly valuable information there. And with that, we are ready to begin Game 8. Game 8, final spectacular 7 singles match of this performance here. Closes out that mighty Ocho. We'll bring it up to 7 points. All points double, of course, after all those matchups in the first round of play. To begin, serving in the red shirt of post 1, we have number 3, Carballo, and receiving in the blue post 2, there's number 13, Douglas. Bote left side, rips it to the inside. That scores for Carballo, point 1. 1 first up on the board here in this 8th game. Bringing to the court, the white shirt, post 3, Kubala. Middle of the court here, Kubala. Off from Carballo. He goes deep. Rebote left side. Carballo to the middle of the court. Kubala, rather, middle of the court. Here's Carballo on the forehand. Gets by him first time around. Tried to get it on the back end. Missed it. Point 1. Carballo, 2 straight points. Open up this 8th game. And to receive, green shirt of post 4, Ron. Big reverse from Ron. Karam Rebote from Carballo. Ron goes to the middle of the court. Karam returns, scores. Point 4. Ron now on the board. And receive black shirt of post 5. Here's Ben. Ben, good pickup on the forehand. Plays it back inside. There's Ron on the left side now, 11 line. Ben just does lay it up off the front wall. Ron now middle of the court. Karam again. This one scores. Point 4. Back-to-back Karams for Ron there, giving him 2 points to open up his 8th game. Here's the yellow shirt to post 6, Ikeda. Overset Ikeda making a nice catch. Coming back over the top. Hops over Ron Cesta. That scores point 6. Returning. Now for the first time this game you're seeing him. Pink shirt to post 7. Here's Anderluck. Hard forehand back inside, cut off from Ikeda. 8 line going deep. Stops at the 6. Rebote forehand. Comes out. There's Ikeda. Played this one right along the front wall. Crashing in. Here's Vanderluck. Looking for a big bounce on the picata. Not going to get it. Backing up Ikeda. Forehand over the top again. Reaching as Anderluck brings it in. Ikeda now, runner back inside. Reverse, rather. And that's Anderluck laying it up to the middle of the court. Ikeda over the top, his forehand. Anderluck runs under it, takes it on the forehand. Faked outside, keeps it inside. And that will score. 0.7. 0.7. Anderluck on the board, 1 point. And receive rounding out the first round of play. Purple shirt to post state. Here's Bueno. Anderluck on a knee, makes that rebote. Bueno charging in, 7 line, delivers that reverse. Over his head, left side, good grab. Bueno now. Again, hard reverse. Anderluck again over his head, making a nice catch. Bueno now, goes deep. Anderluck backpedaling, stops all the way up at the 5, lays it up off the front wall. Bueno charging back in, 7 line. Hard to the inside, where that'll score, 0.8. And that will do it now for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points to the end of the game. Returning, here's post 2, Douglas. That's an overserve. Flew beyond the 7 line. 0.2. Douglas now on the board with 2 points. Returning, here's Kubala. Rebote forehand. Douglas gets it off on the outside. Going back inside where that one will score nicely. That's 0.3. You'll see the score change the wrong way for a second, folks, and we'll change it back. Kubala got the point there. You'll see it go back. Kubala's got 2. He serves post 1, Carballo. Red shirt to post 1. Leaping grab from Kubala over his shoulder. Gets that reverse off. Rebote left side. Catches a piece of that sidewall. Middle of the court. Kubala goes for the carom. Lands just in. Perfect shot. 0.3. 4 points now for Kubala. Returning, here's Ben, post 5. Rebote forehand into the overhead screen. A little too hard from Kubala there, 0.5. And Ben now on the board with 2 points. Returning, green shirt to post 4, here's Ron. Strong reverse from Ron. There's Ben stopping at the 8 line. High bouncer. Brought in. Karam. Ben's got the legs to get there on the outside. Carambola back. Ron leaping. Brings it in. 3-wall play. Ben hangs in there. Oh, that's going to hit. Ron leaping before it gets into that netting. Great play from him. Here's Ben on the outside. In and out of the cesta. It grows. Great point played by these two. 0.4. Here's post 6 returning, Ikeda. Karam from Ikeda. Wasting no time, that scores. 0.6. Ikeda now 3 points. Here's Anderluck, post 7. Kate on the forehand, up at the 8 line. Hard back inside. Anderluck scooped it up. Back inside, sneaks by Kate on the inside to score, 0.7. Trading off points here in this 8th game. Anderluck now with 3. He serves returning 8 posts. There's Bueno. Anderluck, Rebote. Scooped up by Bueno. Great scoop. Karam combo. Stopped by Anderluck right before that netting. And his return scores. 0.7, giving Anderluck first possible game point of this game with a ton of points on the board. In to stop him here is post 2, Douglas. Douglas, Karam, stopped by Anderluck. He's got it on the outside. That one will score for the win. Point and game. Pink shirt, post 7, that's Anderluck. Have a playoff now to determine place and show. Post 3 will serve to post 4. Winner will take 2nd, the loser comes in 3rd. Rebote 2-wall, Ron. 9 line. Scores. 4 will place. 3 comes in 3rd. Unofficial order finish 4. Game number 8, 7, 4, 3, 7, 4, and 3. Get those official results here coming up in just a moment. And results there of Game 8 are now official as Post 7, Anderluck with the win. Post 4, that's Ron taking 2nd, and Post 3, Kubala coming in 3rd. 7-4-3 is the official order finish for that 8th game. So you wait for those prices here. Should be coming up on your screen any moment now. The $2 try, 7-4-3. Big try, 9-14-40. Highest we've seen off of $2 here today. The Ocho, 2-8-1, 6-1-8-1-7. 2 of 8 numbers returns $1.20. How about that $2 Quinella there? 4-7 or 7-4, $2. It returns 60-20. Up next, the finale here on this Thursday. Oh, yeah, all of Thursday. Final game of the day here. Number 18 of 18 will be a Superfecta 9-point singles match. You'll be playing this one up to 9 points. All those points will still double after all matchups there in the first round of play. Post time to game number 9. It's coming up in just about 6 minutes.
Spectacular 9 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 9 points wins the game.
Just 4 minutes away now from the finale here this Thursday. 4 minutes away from that 9th game. Only opportunity to bet that Superfecta wager. Superfecta, similar to the Trifecta here. Got to get the top 4 finishers in the exact order, and that's obviously a little tougher, so there's a 10-cent wagering option on that Superfecta. Again, this is the only time to get those bets in, so if you'd like to test it out, good opportunity to do so. Only opportunity here in this final game of the day. Don't worry, we will be back here. A lot more highlight to go on the week. 2 more performances tomorrow. Same times, 12 noon and 4 p.m. And we'll be back here Saturday. Our 4 p.m. performance, followed by our 8 p.m. evening highlight performance, only evening performance of the week. And then we close it out Sunday matinee, 12 noon again. So 2 performances down, 5 more to go here on the week. And if you haven't had a great day in fantasy, it's just like you had a bad first quarter. You got a lot more opportunities to score here through the end of the week. And so this win column this week, folks, a little more interesting than in weeks previous. Usually we talked about at this point, Douglas has a couple of wins, still looking for that elusive first victory of the week here. He's placed 3 times. It's 3 second-place finishes and 1 third-place finish for him. And Ron taking advantage. 4 wins for him in all of his appearances here, looking for number 5. Trying to close the gap in any way he can on Douglas's lead in those championship single standings. 79 wins for Douglas on the season. It's been stuck on 79 all day here. Ron just 12 back, and then there's a bit of breathing room between Ron and third place. As we said, they're still held on to by Bueno, who is having a terrific day, picking up a win in these later games. We talked about some of his struggles in these later games, but got a win in the earlier ones, picking up game number 7 here to close out that hi-fi and help you all carry it over into tomorrow. That's going to be a big carryover for that high five again tomorrow. 1567 plus whatever is bet into it there. So if you had about $2,000, should be looking at a very decent pot for that. But in order for that jackpot to go, you got to have one winner get all 5 of 5 numbers, and if nobody does that, it'll keep growing, that jackpot. The highest we've gotten here is over 10,000 one time. Last season it got to $12,000. We've approached 8,000, haven't quite gotten there this season, so we'll see if perhaps this is the carryover that gets all the way up into a new record high for that high five. As game 9 is now just less than a minute away.
All right, great time.
We are ready now to begin game number 9. Game 9 will be a Spectacular 9 Superfecta singles match. We'll be playing this one up to 9 points as opposed to 7. All points will still double after all those matchups in the first round of play here. Serving in the red of post 1 here, we have Ikeda, and receiving the blue post 2, Anderluck. Ikeda serve there begins game 9. Here's Anderluck over the top, back inside. Missed by Ikeda there, point 2. 2 first up on the board here in this 9th game. Bringing to the court, the white shirt of post 3, Ron. Anderluck, nice catch over his head on the left side. Ron scooped it up. Gives him the carom, not cutting out far enough. Anderluck from the outside. His carom will score. Point 2. And receive green shirt of post 4. There's Carballo. Carballo running with it. Robote left side. Just is going to hit above the pad. Anderluck not going to get there. 2 bounces, scores. Point 4. Here's post 5, Ben. Carballo on a hop, brings it in. 9 line over the top, his forehand. Stopped by Ben. Point 5. Here's the yellow shirt of post 6, Douglas. Ben hanging with it. Tried to get the Robote up there. Not going to make the front wall. Point 6. And now Douglas on the board. 1 point. Here's the pink shirt of post 7, Kubala. Robote forehand, turn hard at the 8 line. Kubala, nice catch, good adjustment. Makes it on the left side. Gets that reverse off. Cut off from Douglas, 9 line. Kubala now, middle of the court. Reverse 2-wall. Got him. Point 7. First time we've seen him throw that, I think. Hopefully Stu's not watching. In receive, purple shirt of post 8, rounding out the first round of play. We have number 22, Bueno. Robote coming way out. Kabbalah sets up middle of the court, turns that 2-all hard to score. Beautifully done for Kubala, point 7. And that will do it for the first round of play. All matchups. Now we're 2 points to the end of the game. Returning, here's post 1, Ikeda. Ikeda back at the 13, makes a nice catch off that serve. Kubala backed up to the 11, keeps this inside. Robote, forehand, missed, point 7. Four points now for Kubala. Remember, this game played up to 9. Returning post 3, there's Ron. Strong reverse from Ron. There's Kubal at the 7. Goes for that rebote 2-wall again. That one into the pad, point 3. 3 on the board now, 2 points. Here's Anderluck, post 2. Ron, rebote into the overhead screen, out of play, point 2. Anderluck with 4 points. He serves the green shirt to post 4. Returning, we have Carballo. Into the pad. Point 2. 6 points now for Anderluck. This is a 9-point game here. Returning post 5, Ben. Ben rips that reverse again. Anderluck gets assessed on it. Ben, what legs to get up there. And rifles that forehand that Anderluck sends into the overhead screen. That's out of play, point 5. Ben with 3 points now, returning post 6, Douglas. Powerful reverse from Douglas. Ben leapt in the air, hangs with it, makes a save on the back end. Douglas winds up the costado. That stays middle of the court. Ben now at the 8 line. Point 6. Douglas now 3 points. Here's Bueno, post 8. Douglas cuts it off 9 line, going deep. That reverse comes out. Rebote forehand, narrowly above the pad. One-handed effort, he's got it. Rebote forehand from Bueno to the outside. Frank called it out. That one land just wide. Point 6. 5 points now for Douglas. Returning, here's Ikeda. Powerful forehand again. Ikeda sets up on the outside. Rebote comes out. There's Douglas going to the ground. To the outside, Ikeda with a good stop. Loses his helmet. On a hop, brings it in. Over the top. That stays inside. Karam from Douglas. There's Ikeda on the outside. Stops it. His Karam scores. Point 1. Ikeda on the board with 2 points. Here's Kubal returning. He's got 4. Bote coming way out. Ikeda turns it hard to the inside. That's cut off. 7 line. Kubala doesn't overthrow it. That's the key there. It's scored. Point 7. Kubala now 6 points. Returning, here's Ron. White shirt to post 3. Ron there, cutting it off. Costado back inside. That scores. Point 3. Ron now 4 points. Here's post 4, Carballo. Rebote forehand. There's Ron winding it up. 2-wall. Soft touch on that. That scores. Point 3. Well, one of these guys is going to have game point after this one. You got Ron with 6. He's serving the Anderluck. Post 2, he's got 6 points. Point 2. Anderluck, possible game point. He has 8 points. And to stop him, here's post 5, Ben. Powerful reverse. Anderluck goes to a knee to make that forehand rebote. Anderluck, great catch. Hard forehand. Ben just does get it up off the front wall. High bouncer, sending Anderluck outside. Forehand stays outside. What a scoop from Ben. Anderluck, forehand. Sidearm again. Stays in the middle of the court. There's Ben. Got it over his shoulder. Over the top. On a hop, brings it down. Hard back inside. Ben again with a great stop. Going deep. Rebote, forehand miss. This game will continue. What a great effort by Ben to hang in there. Point 5. Ben keeps this game alive. 5 now with 5 points. Here's Bueno returning. Post 8. Ben, 9 line. Hard forehand. 3-wall play. Bueno hanging with it there. Not going to get up to the front wall there. Point 5. This gives Ben now possible game point. And to stop him, here's post 6. Douglas. Sidearm forehand from Douglas. Ben setting up. Middle of the court. Missed it. Point 6. Douglas now. He's got possible game point. And to stop him, Ikeda. Douglas pulls it from the sidewall. Reverse back inside. Going to bounce twice. That is point and game to the yellow shirt of post 6. Douglas. 2 places, 5 shows. We'll have a playoff now for quad point. That's 4th place. Post 7. Kubal here will serve to Ron. Post 3. Ron keeps that one right along the side wall. Forehand rebote by Kubal. It's up. Ron on the move. He gets there. Outside placement. Scores. 3 takes the quad. Unofficial order of finish for Game 9. 6-2, 5-3. 6-2, 5, and 3. Get those official results coming up momentarily. And results there for Game 9 now official. Post 6, that's Douglas. First win of the week there, taking second. Post 2, Anderluck. Coming in third, post 5, Ben. And taking the quad, post 3, Ron. 6-2, 5-3, now official for the final game of this Thursday afternoon performance of Live Highlight in the Magic City. We'll wait for these prices to come up momentarily. And there's your moment. 6-2, 5-3. So order finish there. The 10-cent super. 6-2, 5-3, 87-23. It's off at 10 cents there. So wait for those other prices. How about the $2 try? 6-2-5, 147 even. And then $2 Quinella there. 2-6. Off of $2 returns $23 even.
Being the overall champ in the rookie season was great. I put in hours and hours of hard work in the offseason practicing, and just to show that it paid off in the end, it was really great. My goal for the 2020 season is to stay healthy, play to the best I can, but definitely I would love to repeat winning singles and doubles again this year. Like I said, I think it's going to be a lot harder, but it's definitely a push that I want. And I'm happy that everybody's getting better, and it's going to be harder for me because it pushes me to be better, and that's what I want ultimately. I would love to be the champ again this year. I am definitely going to try my best. Like I said, the competition is getting better every day, and so I'm going to push to be the best again. But we'll see. It's going to be a long 7-month season, and I'll hope to repeat what I did again.
Well, it took him a while, but Douglas there picking up elusive win number 80 on the season, number 1 of the week. Still winning at a ridiculous clip here. Still over 40%, but 80th win of the season for Douglas opens that lead back up to 13 games over first place in that championship singles standings. Well, folks, a full day here, 18 games. For those of you that joined us, pretty good day here. Balance, got a couple new faces in the win column. Douglas only 1 win. Ron with 4. Legend with a couple. How about Bueno? $8 value in fantasy, getting a couple of those earlier games, and even winning one of the later ones. 3 wins and 3 shows for Bueno. And Anderluck, 2 wins and 3 places. 5 finishes in the top 2 there. Only other guy to do that, Ron. Incredible day from Anderluck. Can't wait to see what these guys have in store for us tomorrow when we'll be back here to do it all again with 2 more performances, 2 9-game performances, starting at 12 noon and the other beginning at 4 p.m., same times here as today. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Thursday afternoon performance of Live Highlight in the Magic City and on the Highlight Channel. We're glad that you chose to join us this afternoon, and we invite you to join us again. We'll be back here to play 9 more action-packed games tomorrow at 4 p.m. 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. 2 performances, 12 and 4. We'll be back. We sure hope you enjoyed today's highlight at Magic City. Please like and subscribe to the Highlight Channel on YouTube. Of course, let us know your thoughts and any questions you might have in that comment section. On behalf of the players, staff, and management of Magic City, we thank you for joining us today, and we hope you will be here again tomorrow at 12 noon. Goodbye till we can see you back here at Magic City Jai-Alai. Have a good night, everybody.